Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Growing Out Loud. This is a special edition. As you will notice, our set has changed quite a bit. So today we are at Safaricom headquarters and we are here to have a conversation with the young people who work at Safaricom about just their experiences in corporate. You see, Safaricom for the past 5 years has been awarded the top employer in Kenya and one of the top employers in Africa by Top Employer Institute. And we are here to understand what is it that makes them so special and what is it that, because for you to be awarded 5 years consecutively as the top employer, first of all, your employees must be eating good. So I'm curious to understand just what their experiences is like, and especially the experiences of young people here at Safaricom, so that we can see how much of our audiences and how many more young people we can bring into the corporate space, and we can continue to build our nation. Yeah. So let's get into the conversation. I am your favorite host, as always, Daisy Keter. Now, I would like for my guests on set to introduce themselves. I think ladies first, always. Let's start with you.
Thank you, Daisy. My name is Miriam Mushiri. I work for Safaricom for the last 5 years now. I am in HR and I am a talent analyst. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Looking forward to our lovely conversation. Yes, on to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bethel Kiprop. I'm in the product space in Safaricom. So I started as a product designer, but now I'm in product management. So I do handle and manage a team of engineers to come up with innovative solutions. Yeah.
Okay. What does, just out of curiosity to understand better, product, every time I have anyone speaking on product, I must always ask, please expound further on what you mean by that?
Yeah. So what product means is, think about a solution, right? Think about your one app, right? Or think about your any USSD journey when you dial star 334 to access your M-Pesa, right? There has to be a team behind it, because in order for that journey to work, you have to have vast engineers, you have to have quality engineers, you have to have cybersecurity engineers to make sure that that solution works and it serves the purpose or for the users. So what that in essence we mean, that's now a product itself. So product design is designing those journeys, making sure they work for a user, and then product management is now managing each engineer, every person within that group, or we call them squads, in order for you to come up with that solution here.
Yeah.
So I think about a product that I can that's under my pocket, both in design and management, has been Inwajami. I know, yes. So the new shift of Inwajami beneficiaries accessing their stipends through USSD on the mobile. So we were part of that solution. So think about the research, be it going to different counties, understanding what the challenges are, then coming back, doing analyzing the feedback, and then designing those solutions, and then going back, rolling it out, gathering more information, and just building the product iteratively in order for your users to get the best experience.
Okay. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. And I also had you lead a team there.
Yes.
Hey, Gen Z's for the win. But over to you, Marianne.
Okay.
You said you are in HR, yeah?
Yes, I am.
I don't know why when we think HR, we just think someone older, but yet you are here in HR. For how long have you been? You said 5 years?
Yes, 5 years.
Okay.
That I started as an intern.
Uh-huh.
And then the opportunity came.
Yeah.
Then I got the permanent position. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So typically here at Safaricom, they give opportunities to interns to be absorbed in the organization.
Yeah, it depends if there is a vacancy, but there's also such a high, especially in technology, there's a high level of absorption. If you're an intern, you have a high chance of getting an opportunity once the job arises, because now you've gotten to understand Safaricom, the products, and how things work.
Okay.
Exactly.
Curious to understand. There's this notion that Gen Zs nowadays don't want corporate jobs.
Okay.
Let's start with when you were joining. For you, Marianne, you started as an intern.
Yeah.
What was the vision? Did you want a corporate job, by the way?
Honestly, I think not. I remember in campus, I used to say, I don't really think I'm going to work corporate. So my whole idea had been to just start my own business, because in campus, all along I was just running like a business for selling clothes on the side. So I always thought that maybe I'd become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Then I finished school, and then life happened. And the only goal for me, I think, was just not to go back home. So I started applying to as many positions as possible. So corporate for me, it was not my goal, or maybe in a roundabout way it was, but I really didn't foresee myself here. Yeah.
And then you applied for at Safaricom and then got in.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, here I am.
Okay, this could work.
And it's a whole new world.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to learn. Honestly, I think this opportunity has opened me up in ways that I don't think I'd ever have gotten if I was never in corporate, or if I was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's your case is rare. We often hear people who thought they'd be employed and then circumstances or, life just turns them into entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It's rare to hear, and someone who thought they'd be an entrepreneur actually ending up in corporate.
Yeah.
But that's beautiful. What about you, Bethel?
For sure. Unlike Marianne, hey, Safaricom was my dream job place.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's actually really interesting. I usually tell people this story. So I did my uni in Kabarak, and I used to live in Nairobi. So every single time I'd travel to Nakuru, I used to see the Safaricom house, right? And then when I look at the window, because hey, I majored in computer science, so any tech's dream is to Safaricom, get to Safaricom, then get to big tech, your AWS's, your Google's, and your Microsoft. So this was like your landing spot. Once you get here, then it's a world of opportunities.
Yeah.
So I used to look at this building. I'm like, hey, when I finish,
day.
this is the spot. And guess what?
Look at
Yeah.
you.
So you manifestation.
Literally.
Manifesting works.
into reality for sure. So I joined
Okay.
in as a graduate trainee. So I did after my internship. Stayed around, did some other gigs, and then I applied to get into the graduate trainee program. So got in as a product designer, that's UI UX. So I rotated across the technology division, just understanding the tech, understanding what Safaricom as a technology company offers and does, in order for me to really be equipped to build products, to design products that actually do serve our customers.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. And for you, it feels like you are from the onset. Corporate. Wewe na corporate together. But is there something specific, for example, that you are looking for in an organization, or in Safaricom? Because for you, at the end of the day, you knew this is where you wanted to be. Is there something that you are keen on, and you're like, what? In as much as this is a place I wanna work at, these are my non-negotiables. For example, is there anything like that for you?
I mean, Marianne, it's the money. Come on, let's be honest.
Yes,
It's
the
money.
lifestyle,
It's the
honestly.
lifestyle. It's the money. Though, here's the thing. Behind all of it, and audiences can attest to this, like, you need to have some form of purpose, right? You can't just wake up in the morning and come show up to work. It's difficult. So you have to have some passion, purpose. You know what you want. You know what really drives you in order for you to actually sustain, be consistent, and achieve what you need. So besides the pocket, because hey, we are all loyal to our pockets. So
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Marianne? And especially, I'm keen on, what was the circumstance like for you to have even applied and ended up here? And were there some non-negotiables maybe, and you're like, you know what? Hata nikipata your job, they must meet A, B, C, D, or I will walk out. Was there any situation like that for you?
I think not, because at that time I didn't even know you can look for. You see, at that time you're immediately fresh from school,
Yeah.
so even the job adverts, you're mostly looking for internships or graduate management trainees, and you'll find in the offers or in the job descriptions, even when you're applying, they never tell you what benefits you'll have. So for me, I was just looking for good companies, and it's the companies you've always had, so Safaricom, the banks, maybe Kenya Airways, I just thought that they were good employers, and that's where I'd like to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine for our audiences watching this, they're just like, wow, Safaricom. Because even me back then, there sometimes they mention some certain institutions and organizations, and you're like, that's too big. Am I qualified? I didn't get a first class, say, in school and stuff like that. So for that person who is also looking at working at an institution as big as Safaricom or whichever other one, what is that one thing that you'd tell them? Yes, what is the one thing you'd tell them? Maybe let me start with you, Bethel.
Yeah. One thing I'll tell anyone who's looking forward to working in a big company, i.e. Safaricom or any other, it's the internal belief that you can actually work there. It's just picturing yourself there. It's convincing yourself that really that place needs you and you belong there. I think that's pretty much it. The rest will follow because everyone is, there's so many people who are talented. There's so many people who are skilled. There's so many people who are hardworking. I mean, the pool is endless. But what differentiates you from anyone else is just that internal belief that, hey, ni mimi na niko hapo. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Marianne?
So now being that I'm in the recruitment team, I will say, like Bethel said, first you have to really believe in yourself, because you see, when you're an immediate graduate, there's not a lot for you to offer in terms of like experience and qualifications. So qualifications will mostly be like you did your degree and you've maybe gotten some other certifications. But then what about your potential and what differentiates you from the other person? So first of all, if you really don't believe in yourself, you will not even... You see, confidence works for you in every way. So if it's the assessment, if like how you practice, but then as well, your skills will really differentiate you. Because for sure, we usually have like 18,000 applications for interns only. Yeah, so you can imagine, and we hire, through the year, we hire maybe 300 to 350 interns.
Wow.
So it's such a big pool to pull from. Yeah, so your skills will really help you, but then also how many things have you picked up across the journey. So let's say you're studying technology and maybe it's computer science, but then have you done minimal certifications and all those? And right now every career requires you to have at least some tech background or some tech certifications. So you really have to, I don't want to say work hard, because we were all told work hard. I think you also really need to be strategic in the kind of skills that you're acquiring, and know this is my goal and this is what will take me there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's lovely. And from what I hear, and it cuts across with everything that you're looking to pursue as a young person. At the end of the day, you just have to have that internal confidence that I may not have all the answers now, but I have maybe just one. The rest will figure it out as we go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to, what were your expectations of corporate when you were joining? And vitu kwa ground. Tell me about expectations versus vitu kwa ground. Let me start with Marianne.
Okay. So looking back at that time, I feel like my decisions were based on like desperation. But now when I came to Safaricom, of course I had this expectations of like, this is like a big company. And then even like the way your parents are like, wow, uko, usiende kucheza, you be serious. Actually, no playing. So I thought it would be a pretty strict environment, and I thought it would be like the 8 to 5, unafaa kuingia by 8, and then 5 unatoka. I also thought that the work will be a lot. Or I thought that I'd gain a lot of skills, and that has been true. That has been the case for me. What was shocked me first was the emails. I'd never written an email in my life. So people are so kind on emails. Like, please see attached. Kindly do this. I was like, why do we have? I've never forgotten like that culture shock from day one.
Yeah.
But then I also had to learn a lot of skills very quickly because I didn't have them, like analytics. And you see now in HR, you never expect you'll do analytics, but it's like majority, that's, you can't survive without it. So the first those first months were a lot of learnings for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what the environment allowed for you to
Yes,
actually
to
learn,
actually do
because I
that.
can imagine when you're coming from knowing nothing and then you meet people here who've been here for years, so they already understand the system.
Yeah.
Then you're the one who's just looking clueless, and you're like, guy, sasa uko wapi?"
Nitafanya nini?
Yeah.
No, but I also had like a really good support system from like my bosses. And then there's also the portal for learning. So there's like a million courses there. So you always upskill yourself. But then you will get, the job will be taught to you.
agree.
Yeah. But then you still have to go the extra mile of getting those skills for yourself.
Yeah, actually agree with Marianne completely because I was also expecting a really tight, like routine, strict environment, and then all of a sudden it's you. You have to figure it yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you've been given all the tools. It's an easy culture. It's you against yourself. So you're constantly trying to make yourself be better, do better, so that you stand out really. So that was my expectation. Like I expected because coming from like an intern, probably you did your internship somewhere there. You had to clocking at 7:30, not even 8
Mi
a.m.
kwanza nilikuwa kwa mhindi. Oh my god. It was crazy. Crazy.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's fascinating because even me wouldn't have thought, because just before we started shooting, we were talking about and asking the question for, are you guys constrained with regard to the time you clock into work? And as it turns out,
No.
Not really. I mean, again, it's you against yourself because
Yourself.
you have this chunk of work to finish.
Yeah.
And you not only have to finish it, but you have to do the
deliver.
best out of it, right?
Yeah.
Because, hey, no one is chasing you around. No one is asking you, like, what have you done? Da, 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 da. You just have to do your exemplary work because you're being provided with the best atmosphere, the best, culture.
so you mean you can walk into work at like 10 a.m.?
You're saying it as if it's a bad thing.
No. I'm just like, you can walk in at 10 a.m.
Yeah, you
definitely.
can.
You
Oh.
can.
Can.
So, and then also we have hybrid working, especially for the technology teams.
Yeah.
So there's a minimum number of days you have to be in the office, so that at the very least, you know your team members, you gel.
Fair.
Yeah, but other days you're allowed to work from home. Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
guys are allowed to work from home. So hence why it's just you against your goals and
Yeah.
your achievements, so that they say happy
Employees make happy companies.
customers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
customers.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I think the other thing that
Yes.
maybe I would say, I remember like my mom was so strict on like, you can even put like, so she was telling my brother that useka hizo dreadlocks because nobody will hire you. And then I came here, the first day I saw like a guy was in dreadlocks and he was even in shorts
Yeah.
and sandals.
Yes.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I even
He's
remember
probably a
taking a
manager.
photo. Yeah. I remember taking a photo and sending it to my mom. I'm like, actually, what were you saying? It's really, okay, the dress code is also smart casual.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was it turned my brain, like it's just about work. It's not about like who you are and how you dress.
Yeah.
It's what you can
What
give.
you can offer.
Yeah.
Marianne, umesema uko kwa recruitment. Sasa si tukimaliza tuonane kando
Tuonane
huko.
hapo nyuma ya fence.
Hey, because for sure this sounds like somewhere I'd want to
You
be.
should be.
Anyway, but what has been harder than you thought? What has been harder than you expected?
Especially, I know, Marianne, you've had extensive conversation with her being like in HR.
Yeah.
I think, being Gen Z, being a young person, we're used to instant gratification. Like, we want things to move quickly because, hey, you've put in your effort, you've put in your 101%. So you want like reward instantly. So what I didn't expect is how much effort and time you need to really put in order for you to grow, or not grow, in order for you to get to those positions you'd like to. You need to actually be consistent. You need to play the game. You need to, really position yourself in such a way that you're actually in line for greater things. So that for me personally is like, man, I have to do all this.
Yeah, you have to do your job and others.
There you go.
Other things. Yeah.
You see, yeah, like, again, it goes back to like even the timings. As much as I don't have to come to the office every single day or have to do the 8 hours,
Yeah.
in order for me to, attain the best or get to where I'd like to, I have to put in extra. So it's
I see.
it's you're competing with your aspirations, really. Yeah.
That's interesting. This whole consistency thing and working hard, it's everywhere. Kuna kwenye utai escape, even after you enter, because you'd think once you're in like an organization like this, then the hardest part is done now. Now you can like just rest easy and get your salo at the end of every month and all that.
Actually, I think getting in is the easier part.
Really?
Once you're in, it's just chaos after chaos, let me say. Yeah. I think I'd also borrow from Bethwell. For me, the thing that I've learned is like hard work only it will not get you anywhere. You're used to like school. All your life you've been told like I'll work hard, I'll get the good grades, and my good grades I'm position 1 or I have that first class or second class. And that is okay. But in corporate, it's you have to work hard and you also have to do other things. You have to like play the game, like Bedwell said. So maybe you're an introvert and your role requires you to like talk to people. You will not succeed if you do not like know how to influence these people. Like you'll find your projects never move. You're always, so your manager is always, why are you like this? So you have to do a lot of work on yourself, first of all. Then you see the upskilling as well, because this place will expose you to also like you'll meet senior leaders and everything. Then you can't also look like you don't know what you're saying. So every day it's like a battle of you and what other thing am I supposed to learn, or how am I supposed to grow myself to become that person that I want to be. And it's also not quick. Honestly, corporate, there's no like instant like now because I've done this is what I'm going to get. It's always you have to know how to talk to this person. Huyu anapenda hapendi nini, so mungeleshe hivi. This other person likes this. So people dynamics you have to master. And also it's bureaucracy is very I think it's everywhere. From even my friends, I think it's in all corporates.
I agree. It's almost like buying stocks, you have to like know where to place the bet properly so that you get the most out of it. And to add on her point is, other than like trying to do better, it's you're in an organization where everybody is good. So the baseline is
there's nobody who's bad.
Exactly. So if everyone is good, then how can you be better? How can you be excellent? About the excellent mko wengi. So you see.
It's really fast paced.
I see. But I think the one thing, even for me, that I've come to appreciate about just making money, essentially, is you have to figure out people dynamics. That's the number one thing that you have to do. Because even for me, in my experience, and I keep telling my mom this, every so often I'll go and I'll just pitch my business and what I do. And it's rare for you to find people to ask, so where are your certifications and where are, what's your skill set? That comes after they've figured out if they like you and want to work with you or not. You see how we say people want to work with people they know, like, and trust. The same way even in marketing, we say they'll buy from people they know, like, and trust. It's the same thing. Like, it's that people dynamics first. If you can't figure out people dynamics, Aki will be miserable. Whether in business or in corporate. I think that's just the key takeaway. Okay. So looking at, you've said, Marianne, you've been here 5 years, Bethwell 4 years now?
4 years, right,
so typically we know that Gen Zs job hop quite a bit. But I mean, the number of years we've been here is indicative, if you ask me, of the culture that we have here, because otherwise you'd not have been. Trust me, I know friends and I know people who've lasted 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. Wala menda sana. 6 months. It's rare for me to hear people our age that have lasted this long in corporate. So for you, what is that thing that has made you stay here for 4 years? And maybe what is that thing that you'd look for in an organization that would make you stay long term?
No, for sure.
Yes.
I think the job hopping is still consistent, in my opinion. And how I've seen it manifesting on my end is like I haven't stayed in teams for long. Like I haven't stayed in the same team for a long time. You see? So it's like, oh, I do this impactful project, go live, done. What's next? You know?
So,
You
okay.
see, yeah. So it's like just the different teams, different atmospheres that you get to experience. So it's again, it's still
job hopping, but it's internal.
internally. Yeah.
Yeah. So the company has provided a space where you can move from one, like you can get many skills. So I in HR, I can decide like now I want to move to marketing.
Really?
Yeah, so you go, there's like programs like job shadowing, there's like rotations, you go for like a year, you learn, and then now you can transition. That's what you want. Or go back to your original position.
The organization allows for that to happen, and
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
So you see now it's part of all talent management because
Yeah.
you know in an organization you also want, you don't want people to be leaving, and sometimes you also want to build skills from internal so that you don't struggle when going outside. Because you see like now when we transitioned to being a technology company, the tech skills were not there. People were not studying technology a lot in our time. So Kina Bethel, those who did at that time, I feel like you guys were so lucky because the opportunities were so many. And then all of a sudden everyone started doing technology. So right now there's a lot of skills.
Yeah.
So sometimes what companies do, they train people internally because you understand the dynamics, you understand the business. So now you take up the role. So
Yeah.
that they actually support you moving from one job to another.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually,
Yeah.
Marianne, I remember the recent graduate management trainee.
Yeah.
The recruits were internal recruits. I really enjoyed that fact that like you could be in call center, you could be in the regional teams, you could be in sales, you could be in like in a different department, but then you get to be trained into different skill sets within tech. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's the opportunities are there. It's just you need to be aware. You need to place yourself in those positions in order for you to get those positions. Yeah.
Yeah. So we still job hop.
Yeah.
So in my case, maybe I haven't job hopped as much, but the kind of projects I've been doing, I don't do the same thing every year. So you get to feel like you're not stuck. You're doing every single day. You're learning something new. Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell from like the expression of my face because at the back of my mind I'm like, wow, I can't believe what I've in AI. This is not because I can tell you, I feel like the idea and the perception that has been sold to us, especially as young people, with regard to corporate is actually when young people hear corporate, I think they hear like jailer, to them, you see.
Yeah.
So to even imagine that you could have an opportunity to job hop literally within the organization is fascinating. But I guess that is also a true testament to the institution of the organization, Safaricom. And I guess that's why you have been awarded, for the 5th year consecutively, the top employer. And because to be fair, that's not, in as much as that's not the every person's reality in corporate. Even the people that I have on my team and the experiences that they've mentioned before can be horror stories sometimes.
That's true. I see TikToks and I'm like, what? I thank God like every day.
Yeah.
Of course, it's also not, let's say it's not as easy, but it's not also the horror stories.
It's not horror stories.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a bed of roses for sure.
Yeah.
Now let's
Okay.
get that straight. No. It's not a bed of roses, but it's if you put in the work, if you put in the effort, the opportunities are there. The doors are. It's for you to open them. Get the correct key, open it, and you're good to go.
Okay. I'm still thinking you get the chance. Because even for me, to be fair, the reason why I went into business and entrepreneurship is because the idea of doing like the same thing over and over again, to me just, it doesn't align. But you mean I can get the chance to do different things
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
within an organization? It gives me different exposure. And I have like benefits and insurance and I have a pension and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm changing my. I think I need to rethink my life plan. But now that you say it's not easy, it's not necessarily a bed of roses. Let me start with you, Marianne. What does doing your job well actually require from you?
So like for me, it has required me to upskill. Like every year, you just can't be who you were last year. So like last year, let's say I did AI. So they did this whole certification for AI. So it's AI in HR. So this year, maybe now it's data analytics. Like it's just not HR as a core course. You also have to keep upskilling and getting other skills as you go.
Yeah.
The good thing is the company provides all of that.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is from my personal life, it, like you see now you set up at such a high pedestal. So sometimes you look at things and you're like, why can't you do this? Or like you see people who are maybe naturally like introverted and you really want to tell you need to get out of that shell.
Yeah.
But you can't tell people what to do.
Yeah.
But it set me up in a way that maybe that's who the person I was, but it's also changed me personally. I remember I used to be like an introvert, kidogo, but right now I can't afford to be. Yeah. The other thing, okay, but I'll first go, then I remember.
No, I really resonate with what you're saying. And for me, what doing well means is saying yes, right?
Oh, nice.
You have to say yes. You
Yeah.
have to always say yes.
Yeah.
Something new is coming up. I need you to do da. Yes.
Yeah, so that now you're always the top
Yes,
of mind.
Exactly. You need to say yes. You need to be always willing to, put in the work, put in the effort to say yes. And at the end of the day, it's not that I want to stay like in this specific organization. You want to be like industry level, You want to be as good as in the industry level.
Yeah.
And for me, when I wear my product designer hat, for me to do well, I have to really resonate with the users. I have to understand their pain points. I have to walk with them in their shoes. I have to empathize so that I can come up with solutions that really do work. And for me, wearing my product manager hat, I have to understand my people. Like you really need to understand the people you're working with, because if you don't meet them at where they are, then your product won't move. If you don't. And again, it's like your people who in your team, and then your people above you who are instructing you and giving you the guidance. Let's take this path, right? So it's that fine balance, because you're constantly saying yes, you're trying to meet your team members so that they execute, you're trying to meet expectations of your leads. So much dynamics that are involved in order for me to actually be an industry expert at the end of the day.
Okay, that's amazing. And now as we are wrapping this up, and like you said, you must be among the youngest of the workforce here at Safaricom. What is that one thing or two things that people, say your colleagues, often misunderstand about Gen Zs?
Good question, yeah.
Okay.
So I think the biggest misconception of Gen Zs is that we are lazy.
Yeah.
We are, and true to it, we are low effort though. We do execute. Yeah, maybe that you could read that as lazy.
Yeah. Something has to really make sense for you to want to put your time in. Yeah.
And I think if you can find the easiest way to do something and it still gets done.
Oh my God.
What is the point? Why do you need to suffer? We don't need to suffer.
There's no need to suffer, I know. Honestly, even me, I remember when I came in and now the whole AI has come in. So you see, for us, maybe it's an advantage you're a little bit tech savvy.
Yes.
So you get like a project, you've already finished it, and you find people are there like 2 days, and you're like, why is it taking 2 days? But I really get you. Like, you really don't have to go the long way when you can achieve something.
Yeah.
And so you see, for us, because our brain is wired like that, you have to try and influence people who know the longer way to do it this way. And sometimes that's where now people dynamics come in.
I see.
For sure.
Okay. It's been lovely having this conversation with you guys. I'm curious again what you'd say to that young person who is watching this and saying, oh my goodness, I'd love to be at Safaricom or a similar institution, like a big institution, an institution of this magnitude. What is that one thing that you'd say to them? Maybe let's start with you, Marianne,
Okay.
and also this idea of corporate and how much of a hellhole it could be. What would you have to say to that person who probably that is what they have envisioned,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know what, me actually wanna be at such an institution and I want to rise the ranks. I want to be in senior level management someday.
Yeah.
You know, despite the noise. You
Yeah.
know, what would you say to them?
Honestly, corporate is a good place if that is what you want. So if it's your goal, like nobody should tell you not to achieve your goals for one reason or another. So you do the work, like get in and actually experience for yourself if is this somewhere I want to be. If it's not, then always keep being adaptable. I find like adaptability is what has worked for me. Just being quick to say, so I don't know this, what can I do? Or this is a new trend, maybe should I learn it? But corporates, not all corporates are bad. I don't want to talk to corporates in general, but not all corporates are bad. But then also, if you figure out people and people dynamics, your work will be maybe 100% easier, especially if you want to thrive in corporate.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Marianne. What about you, Bethel?
So for me, what I'd say is, hey, number one, you're the architect of your future.
Yeah.
So you have to put in the work to yourself. So radical acceptance. Make sure you got your skills correctly. Make sure if you figured out this is where you want to go, like what does it take in order for you to get there? Put in the work and then believe in yourself, and that's about it. So there's always an opportunity for you. So if you believe that that's where you want to be, that's exactly where you're going to be. That's it.
Okay, that's lovely. It's been amazing having you guys on set. It's been amazing coming to Safaricom and just seeing how you guys work. It's also been fascinating to understand kumbe watu wanakula soft life huku nje. Oh my god, when I grow up. But to be fair, it has also challenged me as a young person who's also growing a corporate of its own. To also ensure that I provide similar, culture and an environment for the people who work, no matter how small of a team we are. But it's still important because at the end of the day, like you said, happy employee equals happy customer, happy client. So that has been my key takeaway from this. Lakini pia ningetaka kuona Marianne kando.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
But with that said, thank you to my audiences for staying up until the end. I'm curious if this has also looked or seemed like AI to you. Ama pia wewe wherever you are unakula soft life. And if you are, please tell me. I'm curious what are the perks that you have for you who is in corporate. And for you who is not in corporate and maybe would like to get into corporate, what are some of the questions or concerns that you have? Please drop them in the comment section so that we can just have an understanding of, okay, is it that corporates are all nice? Is it that zingine kuna soft life? What can we do to make our life easier in corporate? Let's just keep the conversation going. But thank you for staying up until the end. I will see you on the next episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Bye.
Thank you for having us.